Beloved Priestess, welcome. I'm Elaine Marie Rose, and we begin today the path of the Solar Rose Mysteries. This lineage arises from the remembrance of Magdalene, the Magas. It's not one woman. It's a lineage of Magas, which means magicians. And these are the Solar Rose womb holders. A Maga is a beloved, a Mare, Magdalene. She, as the embodiment of the Magda, was not only the beloved of Yeshua, but the archetype of the feminine Christ, a voice and embodied vessel of the Ma-Re, the Great Mother, the one who descends fully into the body and bears the grail of living light within her womb. Mother Mary, also a Solar Rose master, birthing the Logos Christ from her womb grail of purified light via the ancient Maga mystery of Immaculate Conception. So these mysteries are part of a much longer lineage, much further back than even just 2,000 years when they appeared in the Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Yeshua archetypal voyage of the Christ returning to the earth. Of course, we heard half the story as Yeshua was the Christ and became changed to be the Christ, but what was erased was the divine feminine, the Great Mother, the two women, the two Mares, the two Magas that accompanied him on this journey, Mother Mary, his birthing mother, and his beloved Mary Magdalene. Both masters of the womb mysteries, understanding that the womb was more than a biological vessel, that it truly is the grail cup of creation, the magnetic chalice, and we're going to learn a lot about what that means, through which your divine current is received into your vessel, where it's contained, where it eventually is radiated. This is a path of magnetic descent, and it's the art form, the priestess masters of containment, of holding this sacred flame within and becoming the true vessel of embodied divinity. So there's no performance of priestess in the feminine Christ. In fact, it's a path of deep initiation and purification. And anyone called to this work will be called to the truth of this frequency and not the surface level, which has its place in the world, but this is not what this is. What this actually reveals as you embody this in your own space is the mystery of the rose. And it has so many layers, so many ways that you can view the rose and understand what that symbology means. But she calls from you in your rose heart if you feel drawn to this work. And this spiral of this beautiful rose is unfurling as love through your own body, your blood, the blood mysteries, the breath mysteries, the mysteries of feminine embodiment. So to walk this path is to really allow your own heart womb to enliven and become ripe, to become the sacred chamber and to enter the bridal chamber, the meeting place of heaven and earth. And realizing that the descent of the feminine embodiment path is not a fall, it's a flowering of flame in flesh. As you know, sister, we're living in a time of return, and the solar feminine is rising again through you as you choose to walk this path of the mystery of her embodiment as a radiant, magnetic, sovereign, divine being in the flesh as the embodiment of this. presence. It's truly the mystery of creational power in form. The solar rose has returned now to call her daughters. And you've answered the call because the earth itself is shifting and she needs her daughters to activate. The currents need to be restored with correct balance. We've lived for many ages in the dark of imbalance, and the womb of creation needs to be restored. And as each daughter embodies the mysteries of the feminine Christ as a pillar of light, point by point of light, that creational womb is restored as a template to the collective, to Gaia. So this is a service beyond self. And it's allowing the collective, as you do this work as an individual, to reach a new octave of union that's going to be seeded and is seeded into the creational matrix and fabric of life. To walk as a solar priestess is to take your place in this restoration. You become the rose, your body becomes the temple, your womb becomes the grail, and your breath becomes the prayer. You are the chalice of the feminine Christ flame. It's not an abstraction. It's here right now. It's alive, and it lives as a solar flame inside each of your cells once it's activated. So I welcome you, beloved sister. Thank you for answering the call to the Solar Rose, Priestess, Mysterium. And we step into the container of your restoration and remembrance together. And I will speak a container to open this space as you begin the journey of the Solar Rose Priestess Mysterium that will carry you through the entire transformational process. Helako no shahanak alananak o haina. Reka tatako horotik inini alakoi. He shahana no ko heleni nikia. Bedalak oe ashtarakani alakoi haya. Behana koe halanak oe. Shik ina laka asho he alakat ina no koe alakat oe ashe. Ai hanoko oya. Aina o he shalaka ah. Blessed be, and my deepest gratitude to hold you through this journey and process. Remember that it's a slow, still process. We're not going fast. We're not being complicated. We're actually reversing the flow into the stillest point that you can find. And we're going to find that presence in your breath. I want you to descend into your breath as we do this work. So when you begin the practice as a simple breath awareness, realize that this is the profundity of all creation. And so your task is to settle into the profundity of the simplicity and the stillness and the magic that can be born from this space. Blessed be and welcome.